Hello and welcome back to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, where today we're going to be fighting another post-game monster. So let's go ahead and see what's on the docket for today. We don't want to be fighting hyper monsters, so let's get past all those. And you know what? She's our monster of the day, so let's fight Goldrathian. Even though it'll only give us high rank bonus stuff, it's still better than nothing. Plus, she only does fire damage, which we aren't weak to. That's one of the problems with the Asurient set, because it's got really terrible resistances. And sure, it's got lots of handicraft and lots of sockets, but it's got terrible resistances. Well, that's just the way things go sometimes. Are we good with that? No, we need flashes. We need flashes to be good. And we don't need these drinks. So let's actually bring 10 of these. And also 10 of these. Hooray for hiccups. There we go. Hello, base camp. How are you today? I don't need no map. Where does she start, though? I'm sure we'll find her. No dragon seer, so we're going to have to make sure to keep her painted. I think she starts over to the east. In which case, had we taken the other exit from base camp, we would have been able to get there in one less load screen. But hey, whatever. So, right through here. And yes, there she is. There's our golden drop. That wasn't a paintball. Oops. I was only paying attention to the icon and not the color or the text. So hey, meant that we were able to just easily fill our spirit meter. All right, lady. Thankfully, we don't bounce off her face when we are at Purple Sharp and have our spirit gauge full. But we're not going for the face right now, because our spirit gauge wasn't full. And also, I would really like to shorten her tail. Because with Rathians, the shorter you can make their tails, the easier they are to fight. It's weird how that goes with a monster that uses its tail for its most powerful attack. It's like, you would never expect that when they want to use their tails for their most powerful attack, having the tail be shorter makes it safer. Now, if I had managed to turn around before throwing that, we might have actually gotten her with it, but I didn't. So that was just an utter waste of a flash. Thanks for Mobra. I hate those little guys. They are one of many small monsters that just have no respect for anyone or anything. Sure, they're not as disruptive as Bullfango, but they have the same level of respect for you. Looks like maybe we only need purple to not bounce off the face. We might not need to actually have our spirit gauge maxed. I wish she had actually succeeded in grabbing my cat there. Would have given us some free hits. Though this'll give us some free hits. Alright, back to work on the tail. Because we want her to not have it. There's a tail flinch. Means we're on the right track. And that bounce we got there was from accidentally hitting like her chest, which is part of her back hitbox, which her back is super sturdy. Oh, really? She was in the first frame of her landing animation? I really hate that, how if she's started her landing animation, she counts as on the ground. There are other monsters for whom that isn't true. But for Rathian, it sure as hell is. And it sucks. There's so many flashes that I would be getting if not for that. Hooray for perfect success rate. We definitely do not have the combo books to make it perfect. That's just luck. Yeah, parry that landing. And then just completely whiff with the strongest hit following the parry. Alright, what's in the sparkly? Where's she going? She is going south. Straight south, mind you, not southwest. There we go. Spirit-filled. It's nice how the Aptonoth are invulnerable until they reach a certain point inside. Means you can use them to get your spirit without them flinching or dying in the process. I know we're not doing much damage to the face, but it is a valuable break to get. Good job poisoning that Fango. And again, she had started landing. Okay, we definitely need more than White Sharp to avoid bouncing on her face. Also, I need to just sharpen period, because our White Sharp doesn't last very long. So let's get back up to purple so that it can last very long. Ow. We just took a face to the face. And because she wasn't centered on us, her face didn't reach us in time for us to parry it. Ow. At least our cat kept us at relatively the same health. Like there wasn't much change there. Do a flip. That's not a flip, that's more of a spin. Eh, whatever, jumping works. She's not blind anymore. Which means I can take advantage of the fact that in this game, all rats will back hop when they enrage. Whether they back hop with a fireball or not, it's still a back hop. They're still flashable. Ow. Wow. She must have been going for a cat. That swoop is dangerous. She follows it up with a flip so quickly. So you need to gauge A, where she swooped to, and B, where you can dodge to if you want to avoid taking the tail to the face. Though if your weapon's out, you're basically just... Well, depending on the weapon, you're either hosed or totally fine. And if you're Valor style, then you can just point right at her instead of needing to dodge away. And then just enter your Valor stance and you're totally good. Okay, that did nothing. Let's get another 5 ready. Nice. It's always nice when you get 0 failures in 10 combines, despite an 85% chance of success. Needs some health. And she's leaving. So let's get some more health. Well, honestly, I could have just gone to base camp and sat on the bed. But whatever. And we're going to repaint her. Oh, she went up there. That's 2 load screens from here, and that's annoying. But we can follow her. It's not too hard. And generally, if you want to keep a monster painted, you just gotta repaint it every 2 zones. Because that... Well, it's usually the paint will wear off while they're in the second zone after you painted them. Good, we stopped her from eating, and we got her tail. And we just had a Remobra volunteer its services in helping to raise our spirit meter. We need to get a ride or 2, otherwise the back's never going to break. Of course, that'll require her to actually be closer to that ledge. So much for the shock trap. I'm guessing she's going to go down to where we just were to go hunting for some Aptomoth. Or maybe not. She's going up there. Well, there are Aptomoth up there, but it doesn't look like she's doing any hunting right now. It's actually nice that we're fighting her, because, like, 3 or 4 of my weapons require parts from her in order to upgrade at this point. Maybe more. Ooh, yes, give me that back hopper. Just working on the face, even though it doesn't take too much damage, because we want the break. It's a high value one. The back is also rather high value. The wings are the lowest value breaks, which is why we're not really focusing on them. Also, they're super easy to break, which I feel has to figure into the calculation somewhat. Not much need to focus on them, is what I'm trying to get at here. And there goes the face. So now we don't need Purple Sharp in order to hit it. The face is weaker, though it's still not super weak. And I guess now we actually do go for the wings, because what the hell else can we really hit? And we can't exactly go for the wings. Most of our attacks won't be able to hit them. Well, that's one way to get out of stun. Okay, really? We're doing this again? That's the same way to get out of stun. Yeah, she stays right there, that would be nice. But she's not gonna. Thank goodness for Valor dodging. See previous statement. I was not facing the right way there. Oop, let's not get hit by that. And in fact, let's clear out. Because we've got some healing to do. I don't want to get poisoned to death. Alright, back in. Hey lady, how we doing? Heartburn, huh? Dang it. I wish the wings were mount zones, but they're not. Well, maybe the leading edge is, judging by what just happened. All right, lady, back in front of the ledge. See, that was your fault. I could have flashed. I feel like saving it for later might be a good choice. It might be a time when it will bring us more benefit. Alright, we may or may not get the left wing to... Right, I have plugs. What am I doing? Yeah, the left wing may or may not end up being the one on the ground after this. Okay, it will, which means we get to break it. There it goes. Leaving the back as the only break. But unfortunately, unless we ride her again, it's probably not going to go. Certainly nice knocking her down like this, though. Yeah, that was not a well-timed flash. Nice knockdown, though. Gonna do, like, no damage to the back, even if we were hitting it, but... Still, it's the only break we got left. Up she goes. Where's she going, though? That remains to be seen. That way, huh? Okay, so she's going this way. Well, there is a ledge we can use. Darn wind effect. Need to actually get mount hits if we're going to get a mount and break that back, but she seems content with not letting us. Which is a shame, because I'm not content with that. Unfortunately, her mount zones are apparently a little picky. The tail isn't one, the face isn't one. At least parts of the wings aren't one. Which basically just leaves the legs and the middle of the body. Being out of Valor mode cuts us down to just one mount hit per jump, which is not the greatest. decided to keep holding that. Thanks, Cat. It's nice that she's so willing to telegraph her flips. Because otherwise it would be considerably more difficult to actually dodge them properly. Always weird getting Valor mode from a dodge. Glad that counted us as facing it. Because it certainly didn't have to. Well, actually it did, because that's how it's programmed, but didn't feel like I was facing it. Alright, she's gonna get me. Well, she would have if she didn't decide to use that move of all moves. Just dodging for safety there. Because I don't want to die right now. As much as it wouldn't be a huge deal, I feel like it's probably something best avoided. Is there a sub? Okay, her back is part of it. Great. That means we really need to focus on getting another mount. Because otherwise, we're pretty much not going to get that break. Because even if I could reach it, I can't cut it. Not even with effectively purple plus like I've got when I've got purple sharp and max spirit. That's right, I just parried something that would have had no effect on me anyway, and then a Bullfango was a jerk. Surprising just absolutely everyone. Bullfangos being jerks? In what game does that happen? Wait, I'm out of Valor again. Well, there goes the Fango. Oh, she is unpainted. Painted now, though. Darn flame chomp. Well, I dodged in the exact direction that was going to go. Thankfully, it went past me. Alright, where's she going from here? Meantime, let's use this Bullfango to our advantage. Alright, same place she went last time. Wonder if she'll be getting another snack. Really feel like she should do more hunting of her own food rather than just eating what's already dead there. But it looks like she's not here to snack. Nope, she's here to just do things. Thankfully, Remobras are a decent source of valor when knocked down by roars. Ooh. So, lady, you want to maybe move? There we go. Now she's tired. Yo, Remobra, give me some spirit. Thanks. Unfortunately, with her running like this, she's not going to be able to be reliably maneuvered under the ledge. She'll be overshooting constantly. As the animation does not change regardless, or with regard to where her intended target is. She's just always gonna stumble forward way too far. It's really annoying when she keeps on choosing different targets. But what are we gonna do about it? I expected the flip to come sooner. At least our cat cured her poison. Twice. Then gave us an herb horn for good measure. Dang it. Good. Without that flinch, we would have taken a hit. And the fact that we got 2 mount hits in addition to the flinch is particularly good. Oh, now we're out of Valor mode, which makes me sad. Not so sad as getting whacked instead of getting a mount hit. If I'd gotten the mount hit and gotten whacked, that would have been at least better. But alas, was not to be. Ow. Have you considered not? For reals, lady, I want to be healthy and also get a mount. Is that too much to ask? Because it feels like you think it's too much to ask when I really think it's just a very reasonable desire. Of course, she had to be flapping up slightly higher when I did my jump. She just flapped right out of my reach. If she didn't ascend a little bit for her little swoops like that, totally would have hit her right in the toes. Don't know that it would have been a mount hit, but it would have been a hit rather than just a complete whiff and then a tail to the face. Let's go ahead and sharpen right now, if this remover will let us. Okay, it did. Oh. Again, she's gone 2 load screens. Always kind of annoys me when flying monsters do that. Because, like, I can't do that. But then again, non-flying things will always be jealous of flying things. That's kind of how the world works. Unfortunately, she's in an area with no ledges, which does not bode well for the back break. Let's make some use of this moss wine here. Oh, it died clearly. Kinda wish I had more flashes, but I don't. Alright. I was facing where the tail was gonna be, not where it had been. Wow, you're just gonna swoop and then try and land on me? Interesting strategy. Doesn't look like it paid off for you. Oh, hello, Mosswine. Did you want to become spirit? Sorry, you're not lending me your spirit for a spirit bomb. It's just I'm taking your spirit from you actively, I guess. Just Valor dodged wind. Good flinch. I really do wish there was a ledge here. But there isn't. There's nothing I can really do to try and get that back. Oop, let's not get hit by that. Though, I guess if I got a knockdown, then we'd at least be able to maneuver towards where her back was. Attempt to get some back hits that way, even if we will bounce when not using spirit attacks. Speaking of bouncing, I think that's what I'm going to do right now. Different sense of the word, though. Considering base camp's right here. Gonna get some of that sweet free healing. Takes more time than just using the mega potions, but it's free. I can't complain too much about free. And besides, maybe us going over here will convince her to go to an area with a ledge. What do you know, it did. Pretty sure the area she was in, which is to say right here, is the only area on this entire map that A, a monster can be in, and that B, does not have a ledge. So hooray for hiccups. Yeah, all other areas that a monster can be in on this map have ledges. Great. We're out of Valor. Come on, lady. Over here. Good, we hit. I was actually half expecting that to miss. Dang it, why'd I have to hit her face? There. It didn't hurt so bad, and we got a mount hit out of it. Again, why'd I have to hit a non-mount zone? I need more mount zones. Hitting the back especially is good, because while it doesn't do much damage, it's a mount zone, and it does exactly the thing that we're trying to do, which is damage the back. Again, not by much. Sometimes not much is just enough. Yeah, the leading edge of the wing is definitely a mount zone. That was just proven. Looks like the base of the tail is also a mount zone. We're getting pretty close to Valor mode. Probably also getting pretty close to a mount. That's the real important thing here. Ow. Thanks, cat. Yo, lady, over here. That's a good lady. Not quite good enough, but still, we appreciate it. Ow. Let's go ahead and duck in here for a bit. That was actually not the wisest plan because we have to climb to get out of here, and also Vespoid stabbed me in the face. The face is like my least favorite place to be stabbed, as far as I'm aware. I've never actually been stabbed, but I would imagine getting stabbed in the face to be unpleasant. I don't know, I just kind of get that feel. Like, hey, if I'm going to be stabbed, not the face. Get our unhinged spirit. Now we can start going back to 2 mount hits per jump. In theory, of course. Because it requires that A, we hit, and that B, we hit a mount zone. Neither of which is a guarantee. Yo, lady, get back over here. Alright. That's a hit. Oh, there we go. Now we no longer need the mount. Hey, look. It's the mount. That's fine. We can go for a wing when she's down. Pretty sure the wings are the weakest spot. Even after the face breaks, right? We've got plugs. I don't need to hold the thing. So, wing it is. They are definitely quite soft. The back is still very hard. That poor conga. Ooh, that's a limp. So let's go ahead and capture her. That'll make things end quicker and easier. And she sleeps right in here. We could have let her get to sleep, but no real need. Just gotta drop a trap and get her to go in it. And, well, for a moment it looked like she was... Oh, she was still very willing to oblige. And there we go. 1 gold Rathian, all our own. I find it interesting that this quest took me longer than Fatalis did, but then again, she could go from area to area and Fatalis couldn't. Also, I was spending a lot of time trying to break a part that wasn't super soft, whereas all of Fatalis' breaks are on fairly soft parts. So I guess it makes sense. Hooray, we got some Fire Gleam dollops. I remember back in, what game was it? Was it 3U or was it 4U? Yeah, one of those. I don't remember if Gold Rathian was in 3U. But in one of those games, Gleam was spelled with 2 E's instead of with an A. So Gleem for the Wrath Gleam. And that was just silly. But hey, that's 1 Gold Rathian down, and 1 episode down. So join us next time when we do a completely different post-game monster. See you then, friends.